or tonight rather. Hang on, let's lower this a little bit. I think I should angle this up slightly. There we go. Hello, everybody that's watching this after the stream has finished, has concluded. Today, we're talking about being homeless and having fun. Another episode, another, what should we say, extension to Vanlife After Dark. So, welcome in everybody that is watching this right now. This is like, look how big. You cannot see the enormity of my bun unless I'm right here in the freaking light. Oh my goodness gracious. So if you're new here, welcome in. Nice to see you. Shake my hand. Nice to meet you. My name is Morgan, and I live in a van with my mom and our dogs. Welcome to One Stellar Life, where we help you awaken, level up, and live free. So with that being said, I hope you guys subscribe to the channel and double tap your screen to like this stream as well. Since I am live, I'm going to wait for some people to come in for a moment. I did want to talk about having fun because today it was nice. I actually slept in this morning. I wanted to start a conversation with you guys about having fun in general and see what you guys do for funsies for yourself too. Talk about like the game of life, how life is a game, and talk about like the meaning of life as well with all of that stuff. So that will be our topic tonight, is having fun. I had to go charge since there's a big tropical storm. I don't know if there's like anything else that's headed our way, but I know since a lot of rain is headed our way in general, and being able to I had to go to a big name coffee shop to be able to charge up some of our stuff today, and it was I literally just got back. What's up, Daniel? Not falling for it, Cameron. But yeah, I literally just got back. Let's turn that off. Does that make it a little more moody? Whatever. Anyway. And decided to come on to be able to talk about what it's like to have fun, being homeless and having fun, and being able to bring that about in life. Because I was maybe like piggybacking off of our stream yesterday of being homeless and happy, and seeing that a lot of people aren't really happy. I wanted to see what you guys usually do for fun and what is your definition of having fun, and being able to and I'll bring that happiness about in your life and do that on a daily basis. Because for me, having fun, it used to be gaming, and now that I don't really game anymore or play any video games, it's finding different ways to have fun in life, and especially living in a van. It's like my definition of fun now is being able to relax and like just chill and hang out most days. Whereas before it would be staying up super late, playing a bunch of video games. And it's fascinating to go through these phases in our lives where stuff shifts like that and things change. So share in the chat real quick, or leave a comment down below. What is fun for you? Like, what is your definition of having fun? Mario Kart World? Oh my gosh, dude. On the Wii, when Mario Kart, was it 3D or Mario Kart Galaxy came out? Loved that so much. Been swimming a lot? What's up, Mothball? Dude, I've been seeing all your stuff about surfing too. I didn't know that you like surfing so much. That's super fun. Heck yeah, love it. If you guys are just tuning in, what is up? My name is Morgan. Nice to see you. Shake my hand. Nice to meet you. I live in a van with my mom and our dogs, and welcome to the One Stellar Life channel. Where here we help you awaken, level up, and live free. So if that sounds interesting, I invite you guys to subscribe to the channel and double tap your screen to like the stream. And thank you guys for being here. Topic is, as the title suggests, is having fun. And now more than ever, it seems a lot of people need permission to have fun. Like, they need permission to be able to just kind of experience and be happy in general, I think. It seems a lot of people could use that uplifting and some sort of excitement in life, but it doesn't have to, and not necessarily like bombs or anything. That's way too much excitement, I feel like, right now. Watching the sunset with a drink. Nice. That's your definition of having fun? Heck yeah. What do you guys do for fun? How do you guys have fun? Did I get the van going? No, the van is still inoperable, unfortunately. And with all the rains that came too, the van is like soaking wet because it's rusting out all over the place. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. But you know what? It is what it is at this point. Hang out with your church family? Heck yeah. That's awesome. Wow. I agree. It is wow. I've been drinking coffee, so I have some energy tonight too. Oh man. Even having fun as well. Let me know, do you guys do this too? Or if you're driving and you put on the right song or the right music and you just feel so excited, man. And you just feel like it's just so much fun being able to do that. Like, oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, my eyes are like freaking out. Like, do you guys enjoy going for like joyrides and stuff? Door dashing? Yeah. Jameson, we're just chilling. We're hanging out in the car right now. And just talking about having fun and what we like to do for fun and how we can share that fun with other people as well. That is extremely important. Being able to just let loose. So what is your version of letting loose? Share in the chat real quick what you guys enjoy doing. I'm kind of lame. Well, thank you, Keith, for engaging with the stream anyways. Appreciate you for being here. It's 2:30 in the morning. It is 8:29 p.m. actually. Philippe. It is 8:29 p.m. and I'm chilling in the car right now because I just got back from having to charge up some of my stuff because we do have a big storm that's headed our way currently. Mom had actually said that it just started dumping rain not too long ago. Thankfully, it wasn't happening when I was driving back, but somebody answered. I'm in Hawaii. I live in Hawaii and I live in a van with my mom and my dogs. Free labor in clinicals for school for fun. That's fascinating. A lot of stuff outages. Yeah, I bet it's going to happen here across the whole state. It's only 3-hour difference. You're on the East Coast, yeah. Or what? You're, whatever. Playing guitar? Nice. Heck yeah. Guitar's super fun. I used to want to play guitar. It was like drums for me too. You know that game, because speaking of having fun, and my definition of having fun for so many years was playing video games, that when I was a kid, I had, or when I was in high school, I had really wanted to play this game. Was it called Rocksmith? Where it would be like you had the actual guitar and you would be able to play along with the game. I thought it was super, super cool. Musty in the car? No, because I have the AC on. Around the world. Yeah, it's insane. It's super cool being able to be here with you guys at night is freaking awesome. I always thought it was super fun being able to stream later and being able to hang out with our cargo crew. So when you guys subscribe to the channel, you guys are officially part of the cargo crew here on the channel, which means you are precious cargo and we're all crew here navigating this world together. I'm talking very fast because I had some coffee tonight, so I apologize if what I say doesn't make sense or if it comes out kind of slurry. It's because of that. But the topic is having fun and sharing that with each other and being able to share fun with others. And so just like having fun in life, because the whole thing is that life is a game and we're here to play the game of life. What we usually say here is the meaning of life is to go on like our main campaign of our existence, and everyone that we come into contact with are helpers, or what we say like our NPCs in our campaign, in our main quest. And a lot of the stuff that we do, and the reason why we start creating that friction is people try to go on side quests that don't really fulfill their main purpose because they're trying so hard to ignore the main campaign that they're on. So they start distracting themselves by going and doing all these other things. And when someone had mentioned flow state, so when you are really headed towards your main campaign in your life, that is when you have that flow state and everything just seamlessly coincides, right? Whether you call it synchronicities, whether you call it I can't think of the word right now. I know it starts with the C that I'm thinking of. But when just things, coincidences, there you go. Thank you. My goodness gracious. Whether you call them synchronicities or whether you call them coincidences, everything is happening for your greatest and highest good, and everything is supposed to go right for you. Now, when we come across what we call like boss battles or boss fights, that, and I know lately online people have been joking calling it character development, right? Which, yes, it is at the same time, because no one promised that life would be easy. However, when we have the proper tools in our toolbox of life, we can up level our character and level like our armor or our tools to be able to make those boss battles a little bit easier, to be able to go through it faster. How's my day going? Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. If any of you guys are new here, welcome in. Nice to meet you. Shake my hand. My name is Morgan. I live in a van with my mom, Laura, and our dogs, Bailey and Kalea, and welcome to the One Stellar Life channel, where here we help you awaken, level up, and live free. Now, did I dye my hair? No, I just have it up in a bun right now, and the light reflecting off of it. My hair, when I'm out in the sun a lot, my hair will naturally start like highlighting itself, so I have a lot of like random like gold streaks in it just from being out and about. And today, however, aside from my hair, which it's fun to dye my hair. I've dyed it so many colors in the past. Mom had actually asked me if I wanted to use something. I should show you guys pictures at some point where I've had my hair purple, red. I had it like salmony, peachy, orange before too. And I've loved it. I love dyeing my hair, but lately for the last few years, I haven't done anything to it at all. I don't even know the last time that I cut my hair. Do you guys enjoy coloring your hair? Do you guys enjoy like dyeing your hair different colors or being able to cut it or anything? It's cool to use as like a form of self-expression, but I don't know, some stigma around dyeing hair now makes me not want to do it anymore. No, I'm not married. No. Let's see. What's up, Caballero? Expensive point. Having fun halfway across the world. Yes. Talk faster. Don't tell me to talk faster. I could probably talk a lot faster. Yeah, mom. Well, mom has been a cosmetologist for most of her life, and so for her, I've always told mom too that I trust her so much to do my hair. What's the stigma? The whole thing, like if you have colored hair, you're crazy type deal. Other than that, speaking of the game of life, actually, there's a really good book, and this is part of it. Or I first realized this years ago. I think when I was like 16, mom and I were attending a spiritual event, and it was kind of like a meditation event. And being able to talk to various people there across multiple days, I mentioned to mom at one point, this feels like a video game where you go up to different people. Everyone's like a little NPC that you get to talk to, and you get various information from, and then you're able to go about your journey with this newfound information. And the whole thing of like, take from it what you will, leave the rest, whatever, take it with a grain of salt. And it just felt like everyone that we came across had something just slightly different that we could learn from at the time, which is fantastic now, especially being online. When we do have access to so much information, it can get overwhelming, right? When you have so many people that have different opinions and so many people trying to offer their opinions or force their opinions or whatever, their feelings, things like that. Being able to develop your skill, your what do we call it, like your character traits in discernment, really developing that skill to know what is really the best for you and what you can kind of leave, maybe keep for later, just have in the back of your mind, certain things like that. And the whole thing can be viewed as a game, right? And games are meant to be fun. So bringing it to the topic of the stream of having fun, Why is it so dark? I'm in the car. It's also 8:38 p.m. right now. And the sun has set. It is nighttime now. What's up, Vuta? Nice to see you. A blue is crazy. Had blue and teal. Nice. I had done most of my life, even when I was a kid, I did like pink in my hair. And then I did red. I don't think I ever did blue. Oh, my whole head was, no, half of my head was purple before when I was in middle school. And then, yeah, it was pink. And then I did purple. And then I did red. And then I tried green. And so don't ever do green and blonde hair as you let it fade. It looked like piss yellow at one point. It was horrible. No, I'm not in Alaska. What's up, JE? Nice to see you, bud. Welcome in, everybody. Be sure to double tap your screen to like the stream. Even if you're just lurking and you're just chilling and watching. I will have you guys know where I am parked right now. There are other vehicle dwellers that live over here too. And I guarantee you, because I have no coverings in the car right now, so I cannot see anybody else, but they can all see in here. And so part of me is a little scared about that. That I'm just talking to my phone. They can see the phone right here. It looks like I'm just talking to nobody, but I did this last night, being out here for an hour. And speaking of having fun, streaming is so incredibly fun. Hope you guys enjoy being here too, and that it's an equally fun experience for you as well. Because it was the same thing last night where I was sitting here. It's all dark outside, so having the lights on, everyone can see everything in here. It's kind of strange. It's a little uncomfy, but it's all good. Also, I do have dogs. Mom asked me if I wanted the dogs. I was like, nah, keep them inside. The dogs are chilling. They're sleeping. Whatever. What's up, C-Dubs? How you doing, bud? So share what is fun for you guys. What's up, Sing? Amstan. Keep hustling. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys enjoy being here and you guys have wanted to if you have wanted to go to Hawaii in the past, I actually have the Aloha Virtues for you guys, absolutely free, where you can learn more about what Aloha means, because it's so much more than just hello and goodbye. It's really a way of life. And so if you guys want to learn more about it and to bring that spirit with you wherever you go, you guys go to the link down below in the description or on the about section of the channel too. Streaming as fun as you're doing your hair. Is as fun as doing your hair? Oh, what, because I just put my hair up in a bun? You know what? A lot of stuff that you see online is very skewed. So, like I was talking about, developing your skill of discernment, that's a big, big thing. That's a big deal. Of going out to the beach with the dogs. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, but you know what? I will say, Mom and I were watching this show earlier today, right? Where it's Age of Attraction, and it's about dating, but nobody knows each other's ages, which to me really doesn't matter at all. Anyways, I guess some people are really super strict on stuff like that. But as we're watching it, we're noticing everyone looks the same. Like, it is crazy. Everybody starts to look the same. Everyone, and mostly the ladies, and I mean some of the men too, because I know a lot of haircuts and stuff that people are doing is very, very similar to each other. But a lot of the women have so much facial work done, right? And they all literally are looking so, so similar. It is insane. And I think with that happening, especially on social media, where people think like the only way to be viewed as pretty or as like accepted or whatever is to have stuff done, it starts to skew people's perceptions. And it's similar to, I will relate it to this because I used to show dogs. And share your guys' experience in chat too, if you guys have noticed stuff like this, or if you've pondered things similar to that, where in dog shows, right, there's a certain standard per dog or per breed. However, what can happen is if they've bred their dog in such a way where it's out of that standard, yet you have so many of that similar gene put into the dog ring pool, it'll skew the perception for the judges to think that that dog and the way that they're set up is part of the standard, which I think the same thing is happening with people online on social media and everything too, where stuff just gets so flushed into it and the perception gets skewed. Which quite frankly ties into having fun too, because then people will think that what they're doing in their life isn't providing value, or they think that they have to do something in particular to have it be considered fun. Like I cannot think of anything right now, but I know there's so many things, and then seeing what you consume and stuff too, that everything is just being aware of whatever we're looking at is really, really important, especially right now in the age of AI and deepfakes, and being able to have like, which AI is fun for me, to be honest. It's cool. You can allow your imagination to run wild. And have you guys done that? Like thinking about this like ideal future or something, or whatever this fantasy version of you looks like. Isn't that fun? Isn't it fun to think about stuff like that sometimes? I don't know. For me, it's fun to think about stuff like that. But so that was on my mind a lot today, and especially just the whole act of like letting loose, driving on rainbows. Yeah, you know, okay, so here's what I did. It was based on Mario Kart and the Rainbow Road map. And I thought, ooh, let me put the van in that situation and have it be like you're flying around doing different stuff. I don't know, I thought that was pretty cool. I liked it. I thought it was fun. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it too. Some other people, I think they thought it was funny as well. And being able to just share stuff like that too. I don't know, man. I could see though where hmm, what started coming up right now was uh on another platform someone had said something about like we're on the brink of World War III, and that people are just going about their days like nothing's happening, right? And part of me was like, well, what else do you expect us to do? And bringing it to the whole like being able to have life be fun aspect, even in the midst of chaos, right? Even in the midst of seeing all the darkness that we see everywhere else, because this is not meant to be that. This is not meant to be that place either. Or you see like all this stuff and get inundated with all these things, all this information, and all this like denseness, heaviness, and all this stuff like that, where some people feel like, well, when I'm seeing all this stuff and I'm seeing all this darkness, how can I have fun? Where people start to feel guilty. But that's what life's meant to be. It's not meant to be like deep, dark, heavy stuff. Life is meant to be light, bright, and fun, and like where you can be excited to wake up every day and be excited to go outside and meet new people. Sorry, I feel like I have something stuck in my eye. Where that is the whole point of existence. That's the whole point of living and being here and being able to be human. Having this experience where you can go out and just like be free, do your own thing. You know what I mean? Join the government, it's fun, you know, stuff is. No, I don't want to do that though. That's the thing. Is like I used to want to do that, but it's just so it's like everything's just so stagnated, and there's just so much friction, and there's so many boxes that you have to fit in. And us as people, we're such expansive beings that even our bodies just box us in so much, and it limits us to exactly anything that we can do. Where we have so much more ability, and like our souls are so much larger than these bodies that we're living in. So to do stuff like that, like I don't want to influence the material. The whole thing is to tap into the higher level and to focus on the immaterial and call it in, like manifest that stuff here, because we have those abilities. And that's why life is a game. That's why we're simply just characters. And that's the fun of it. To play with your skills, to play with your abilities, your character's abilities, which is why I relate it to Dungeons and Dragons. And so you have like your character sheet and you've got like your character traits and to determine your alignment. And when you really start looking at yourself like a character and looking at your game like a quest, like a campaign, shifting that perspective around a little bit and seeing where, ooh, this is my main quest that I'm going on right now. And so here, okay, well, we'll set this off to the side for a second. And I have this really cool side quest I'd like to go experience. So I'm going to go check that out and see what it is. Thank you, Jocelyn. Thank you. Appreciate you. There's a character you run and jump over stuff. Like, you mean me making a game where I'm the character? It's saying I have ideas for stuff that I'd love to work on. Right now, it's really just getting like, oh man, I keep saying like so much. I have an idea for this gamified platform that I would like to work on. I'm not going to share many details about it. However, it would be super, super cool to create. The cargo crew would really love it. I will say that. I think about it a lot. It's like one of those things where just thinking about it or looking at something, you can visualize it and feel it and see it. Subway Surfers except Morgan and more. Just me in it, like different versions of me where I'm the NPC, the main character, and that, no. That would be really strange. That would be really, really strange. I don't think so. I don't think I could do something like that. However, encouraging you guys to be able to see your life like that, where our cargo crew, so if anyone here doesn't know what that is, when you guys subscribe to One Stellar Life, you are officially the cargo crew, which means you are beautiful, precious cargo, and we're all crew here navigating this world and our One Stellar Life together. So with that, if you don't know who I am, my name is Morgan. Nice to meet you. Shake my hand. I live in a van with my mom and our dogs, and welcome to One Stellar Life, where we help you awaken, level up, and live free. So freedom in general also is whatever your flavor of freedom is. For me, it was living in a van. For you, it could be working a 9 to 5. It could be simply standing outside in the rain, whatever that is. So also, same thing with having fun. My flavor of having fun, being an absolute doofus. What is your flavor of having fun? Let's see, what did you say? A victorious mindset is often preserved by those focused on building rather than destroying others through what they are thinking or saying. Home is not a building, but a feeling of belonging. Absolutely. Absolutely. Morgan runs with mom with a rolling pin chasing you as you run the kitchen with flour all over the floor and the dogs look like a ghost. It's an interesting concept. That's your fun. Well, how about you can have that as your side quest and then share it with everybody here so then we can all practice it and play the game together. Speaking of games, do you guys want game nights again? Because I've been thinking about doing that again too, being able to do some hangman or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty fun. Plant trees, study. That's your definition of fun? Being able to plant trees, study horticulture. Horticulture is fascinating, actually. Aren't there some games? I think there's a game coming out about that too, where you can be like an arborist or something. Game nights are lit. What's up, Dominic? Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm thinking of bringing game nights back, playing more Hangman or doing some decodables or something like that. That'd be top tier, baby. That would be top tier. Also, tying it back into life as well. Man, how else can I explain this? How can we take this concept to the next level? Let's have a chat right now. Taking this concept to the next level. Overdue for a games night? Yeah, I agree. Talk nonsense because I get off studying laws made by... Oh my gosh. I'm still going. Fascinating. More power to you for studying that stuff. You know, going through that phase where I'd really wanted to do some of the stuff that you're doing right now, kid Morgan would love those things. Adult Morgan is like, dude, love everything that you're talking about. However, yes, and there's more to it. There's so much more going on than we realize. And so even telling me that I should get into some of this stuff, that's like putting a cap on it when it goes like infinite more levels than that. It is insane to think about. Hi, Ms. D. Parker. How you doing? Welcome in, SCC. What's up, Gas Mask? Welcome back. What's up, Bradley? Cheers, chat. Have a sip. I went to, if anybody remembers, I went to Denise's favorite place, Starbucks, because I had to charge up. And so I have some cold brew in here right now. And then climbing the rings. Like I said, more power to you for doing that. With the state that I mean, with the way that I see it, with a lot of stuff that's happening now, I will be straight up. And honestly, this thought process is very fun, in my opinion. When you get to the point that you can just let it all go and allow everything to be as it is right now, in the realization, it is all, generally speaking, it is all a lie. Now, I've always been one that I loved conspiracy theories growing up, and I loved the idea of aliens and Mom and I. Here's the thing. As a kid, especially when Mom and I, when I was in high school, we would chat for hours talking about potential apocalyptic scenarios and where we would go, what we would do, how to plan for it, all these things. And for some reason, I had completely forgotten that we did that for years until recently, having that realization where a lot of what we see is manufactured and a lot of it is propaganda. A lot of what people post, you don't know what influencer is bought off or told to post something. You don't know who's talking about what. So when you allow yourself to recognize this, you can reclaim agency over yourself and coming to your own conclusion about things with anything that is going on, whatever it may be. I really don't, whatever the topic is, does not matter. I just earned 100 cool points. That's why the point of life is to have fun. That is why life is a game, because all these things are going to happen in the background and it's all just white noise, honestly. If you are not directly affected, and I know there are things that happen outside of stuff that goes on, these world events that happen, and there will be some cause and effect. And like if a butterfly flaps its wings, will it cause a tornado or a hurricane somewhere else, right? That whole concept. However, just because there's white noise in the background doesn't mean that you cannot go out and enjoy yourself anyways and go do whatever brings you, like whatever lights up your life and whatever brings you the utmost happiness, because you absolutely deserve that just because you're here. And when I say here, I mean alive, just because you're breathing. Exactly. It's all a distraction. Why do you think when you're scrolling on your phone, it's called a feed? It's what you're feeding your brain. And the whole point is to have fun and play life like it is a game. Develop the discernment and have that connection where, and even, this is why I started saying to, we are, a lot of self-help teachers have said that we are not our thoughts. To add to that, your subconscious is like the algorithm in your brain where it'll feed your conscience various thoughts that you don't have to dive down. And it's not always things that come directly from you. It's all stuff that we've picked up subconsciously while tuning into our feeds, tuning into our phones and stuff. TikTok is an example of distraction. TikTok. I have opinions on TikTok and some other, the way that social media is going now, which is why this is supposed to be like the space where you can kind of relax and have fun too. And that's why, even in saying that you can be aware of all these things happening, right? And know that everything is created to get a reaction out of you. A lot of what we see is simply, it's literally made to get that psychological reaction, to get like fear, to get you angry. And some people don't even know why they're mad. And it's working then. When people get so upset over something and they don't understand why, that's a problem. And the way to combat that is to have fun, to be happy, to be in joy, to feel love. It doesn't have to be romantic love all the time, but just to love yourself and to love others. Do unto others as you would have done unto you. And play with life, that it doesn't have to always be so extremely serious. If you're a consumer, yeah, sure, TikTok is a waste and distraction, but it's a different story if you're a producer. To a certain extent, saying you have, I mean, ever since just to talk about myself for a minute, I suppose, ever since I've began viewing social media like business and not necessarily just for entertainment, it has taken on a whole different meaning and a whole different purpose in my life and the way that it serves. However, this clock platform, I'll say, I don't believe it is conducive to society whatsoever. I don't like it, the way it functions. It functions exactly the way that they want it to, by getting people addicted to it, where people go on there and they obsess over stuff and they feel like they have to have whatever is trendy right now. I need this. I have to be part of it. If I'm not, I'm not cool. And blah, blah, blah. People make that their purpose in life, when your purpose is so much more than just that one thing. And it's not, maybe I shouldn't say purpose. I feel like that's a wrong word. People idolize this platform, and this platform should not be idolized, because it is working really good at getting people addicted to it and sucking their life force out of them by going to this freaking thing every single time in the freaking day. It's crazy to go from 17 hours a day on TikTok to 1 hour. 17 hours a day? That's exactly what I'm talking about. So when you hear people say that we're living in the Matrix, that is exactly proof right there, where it's like sucking that life force out of you and getting you so hooked in, giving you those like that instant gratification every single day. Prius Prime, dude, I'm in a Prius right now. I am literally in a Prius right now. Named the Prius Zoomdini, by the way, because you know what? We have power mode on this thing, and it is like, mwah, I will tune this baby one day. I saw this thing where if I add like a certain thing to the OBD down here, that I can get like another 30 to 50 horsepower out of this sucker. Oh, baby, imagine what we can do down these Hawaiian streets. You too, Talal. Thank you so much. We're talking about, yeah, exactly. Stop, Prius. I want to do, okay, so I saw that video. If you guys, let me know if you guys had seen this video where this guy did a car, where he did like a car meet, but it was all Honda CRVs and everybody had a freaking table. I want to do something like that with Priuses, because ever since driving this thing, I've noticed how many people here on Oahu have a Prius, and it would be fan-freaking-tastic. So speaking of Hawaii too, actually, I always say Aloha Cargo Crew, and I talk with you guys like we're family, by the way, Ohana here. So if you guys go to stand.store/OneStellarLife, you guys can get access to the Aloha Virtues, which goes over what each letter in Aloha means and how you guys can bring that spirit with you each and every day without having to come to the islands to feel it. It is a way of life, and it is a mindset. It's a state of being when you're in Aloha and you're able to share that with people. And so get it. It's absolutely free. It's our gift to you guys, where you can bring it with you every day of the week. So stan.store/OneStellarLife. The link is in the description and the about section of the channel. Absolutely free for you to access. You can get it right now. Let me see. Indeed, agreed. And interestingly, times where I understood what you said, Morgan. I'm usually aloof of what I say. It would go over your head. You too, saying thank you so much. Yeah, it's some of the stuff I talk about, I feel it could be perceived as like I don't understand, or like common person could think I don't know what you're saying, but it's like I want to know, or people want to understand. And there is stuff that it's gonna like come out. Am I drunk? Maybe. On coffee. So subscribe and like the stream, everybody. Even if you're just lurking, be sure to double tap your screen to like the stream. And subscribe to the channel if you guys are enjoying this conversation at all. And share your thoughts in chat. Agree with me, disagree, whatever. Let's have a conversation. That is what we are here for. And to bring light and levity and have this be like your cozy corner of the internet where we can talk about things and it's judgment free. So all the aloha vibes as well for everybody that's here. And definitely feeling appreciative for everyone who does tune in and watches the streams as well. Because tonight we have been talking about, although we've had tangents here and there, it has tied back into having fun and life being a game in general, and us being the main characters in our campaign and being able to be the greatest version of ourselves as well. Also, sharing what makes us happy depends. Sometimes. Some takes we may be like, buddy, I don't know about that one. Maybe that's a little bit off the deep end. Maybe we're going a little bit overboard there. But just sharing our perspectives, and I think a little bit more about like the way that personally I view life, because I've held it back for a little while about what, I guess, observations when you deserve the absolute best, and to encourage you guys to pursue whatever your passion is and to be able to take your life to that next level, to find that happiness and to find that joy in life, and to be excited to wake up in the morning. Because seeing people miserable, it's hard. Seeing people so upset or feeling like every day is doomsday, I think is tough as well. When we're meant to live in abundance, and your cup is meant to flow over, your barns are meant to be full, and you're meant to have just absolute joy and experience the wondrousness of this world. Something else is to look with wonder at that which is before you. Something we used to talk about here on the channel is gratitude, the attitude of gratitude, and finding something to be grateful for every single day, and stuff that we already have, to be grateful for what we already have in our lives right here, right now, and make room for what we do want to receive too. So even if you want more in life, to allow yourself to make room spiritually, mentally, and have that capacity to hold those things in your lives. I do work, yeah. Absolutely, I do work. That's a part of having fun too. You like my hair? Thank you. Appreciate it. I usually put it up in its shell. It's like fluffy right now. Mentioned it last night as well, where people who win the lottery, sometimes people who win the lottery will end up going bankrupt shortly after. And it's because within their consciousness, they didn't have the space to hold that influx of abundance. And when I say making room for it, it's doing that inner work where you're able to grow spiritually and make room mentally for the capacity to receive, and even physically, literally. If you want a new bed, or if you want a new couch or something, clear out space, make room for that couch, make room for the new chair that you want, make room for the computer you're seeking, make room for the whatever it may be that you really desire in your life, to release something that no longer serves you to make room for more, which is super cool because even like in video games, right, where you have your inventory, and if you want something that's like really good, you have to release some of the other stuff too. So it's like that, it's that flow, it's that give and receive, it's the currency, right, which is money, the flow of money, it's the currency, having that in and out, that to it's like the give, like I said, the give and receive of everything. And that can be fun. It can be fun to challenge ourselves to see where we are prepared emotionally and mentally to release, to be able to make room for those things we want to bring into our lives to allow to come to fruition. Is it nice living alone as a nomad? I actually I live with my mom and dogs, actually. My mom watches the streams. Her name is Laura. So if you ever see One Stellar Laura in chat, that's mom. And then I do have two dogs, and they're Bailey and Kalea. But living nomadically, I like it. I really enjoy it. If you guys don't know, I do have a series on, or we have a series on the channel that's called Our Nomad Story that you can go on and watch and see why we started living in vans in the first place. And we're going over everything that we've done since 2021 or 2020, really. 2020 or 2021 is what we're going over up until now, pretty much, where you guys get to kind of experience the best of both worlds, and what we did, and then kind of what we're doing now, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. We're working on the next episode, but we will be doing it in a little bit of a different way going forward, which is pretty exciting. I wanted to try this with you guys, actually, where instead of just doing the video format, what I'm going to do is we'll do like a reaction to it live, pretty much. And I'm excited to try this because we had attempted it when we first started the series. It didn't really work out so well, so there's a learning curve there. However, being able to set something up for you guys where it's an enjoyable experience live is really, really important, because you guys take that time out of your day to be here with me whenever we're live, and to spend time with mom and I and get to know our story, and being able to develop our cargo crew connection that we have here on the channel. So it's extremely important to me, and it's like the utmost priority to have something that's enjoyable for you guys to watch, but still simplistic enough where it's not overbearing for your brain, and you can just like relax when you're here, honestly. Like, okay, here's how I picture it. Imagine movies that are made nowadays. Anything made in the 2020s, like any movie that's made in the 2020s, where they just regurgitate to you the plot of the movie and you don't get to like predict anything. That's where like everyone else lies, right? But that sweet spot here for One Stellar Life are like the movies in the 90s, where it's like Brendan Fraser, John Cusack, some like really just chill movie experience where your brain isn't constantly stimulated, and you can, it's like holding your attention, but your nervous system can relax. That's the goal here, where we can just take that breath and be able to chill. It's like getting high without the weed. Because we don't smoke. I mean, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I drink coffee and water, but I don't drink alcohol, and I don't do anything else. So, facilitating that feeling for you guys while you're here. Edibles? No. 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 I literally none of that stuff. Being a kid and being around an alcoholic parent really turned me off from doing any of that stuff. So I it's one of those things, it's like that vow that I made to myself that I wouldn't do any of that because of how I've seen it affect other people. having a hardcore alcoholic parent and then having that parent having hardcore alcoholic friends, told myself that I would never do that stuff. And the idea of me drinking alcohol, and specifically with alcohol, it would be like, I don't know, I'd feel very guilty doing anything like that. I don't want to answer that question. That similarly with smoking too, seeing family that did that stuff and how their lives were affected by it, I just simply have no interest in it. Even speaking of that dating show, watching people where they're getting to know each other, but they have to drink wine or they have to have some sort of drink to be able to get to know somebody and allow their guard to come down. What if there was no alcohol to be had to like loosen up in a way? That is where, I don't know, that societal like function is fascinating to me. So if you guys are interested in that stuff, and someone that doesn't drink or doesn't do those things, and you're curious, if you feel the opposite way, you're like, wow, that's weird, you don't drink, that's strange, feel free to ask me questions about it. And if you want to know more about what it's like to live in the brain of somebody who doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, and is okay with the state of the world as it is right now, and how we can be happy anyways, going through all of that stuff, smiling as you're running through a field of fire, subscribe to the channel and like this stream, and be sure to come back for more, because that is exactly what we have to offer here. Something that's just a little bit different, I think. I don't know, because a lot of stuff, like talking about it earlier, a lot of stuff is the same. They should just play guitar. They bust out and then they're like, oh yeah, so anyway, here's Wonderwall. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, that is so fascinating. That's like crazy. You play guitar, you play Wonderwall. Wow. What do they say in some guitar stores that like they refuse to allow people to play certain songs because everyone does it so much? Smiling Through a Field of Fire, great song title. You're welcome. My brain is just full of so many great ideas. I tell you what, dude. Hang on, can I look like, what does this look like? Hang on. Here we go. Let's do the rest of the stream like this and see if how many comments we can do. I look like a school-aged English boy. This is what having fun looks like. I tell you what, dude. You guys remember those days having long hair, swimming in the pool, where it would be like you get your hair wet and then you flick it back? That's what this looks like. I kid you not. I look like most teenage boys nowadays, where they're all they got that same freaking haircut. Do I have a BF? I'm gonna have a BF. Late 70s, where they're like the freaking lip licking, where they're all ew. But hey, if you're here for it, subscribe to the channel. Double tap your screen to like the stream. There we go. Who came in and said I was having a bad hair day? I hope that backfired. Like, hey girl, you wanna go Starbies? Dang it, this hair in the back keeps like, there we go. That is so stupid, dude. That complete pompadour. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm like a man in the 40s, right? Am I homeless? I mean, I guess you could say so, right? Because I do live in a van with my mom and my dogs. I prefer the term houseless. How dare you assume my living situation? I do actually live in a van with my mom and my dogs. And in case you don't know who I am, my name is Morgan, by the way. And if you want to have some aloha with you everywhere you go, because I do live in Hawaii, I've lived here almost 10 years now, If you go to stan.store/onestellarlife, the link that is in the about section of our channel, you can get the Aloha Virtues absolutely free, 0 cost to you. It's our gift to you, where you guys can bring that Aloha, spirit with you everywhere you go. There's no problem living in the van down by the river. I'm your type. Oh, do you like my hair, Albrat? Is that what it is? It's the hair, isn't it? I knew it. I knew it was the hair. He's like, dang, girl, you got that 16-year-old English boy look going on. Can I get a tea and crumpet, please? Wait, hang on, let me block the last. There we go. That's even better. Mace. I look like I would creep you out if I was a dude. Agent Carter. Who's Agent Carter? Guys, first of all. Does the van get cold? Sometimes, if it's cold at night. And I didn't insulate it either. So picture this. I remember last night I literally said that Mom and I are living in 65 square feet. And Nun vibes with the hood on from Marvel. I don't remember who Agent Carter is. You like my personality? Thank you very much. I like it too sometimes. 65 square feet in the van, right? And I didn't insulate any of the walls. So it's like naked walls. So when it's hot, it gets very hot in the van. And when it's cold outside, it stays pretty cold too. It's the most fascinating thing, I tell you what, dude. I tell you what. It is very interesting. And but you know what I did? It was for the van. You'll have to see it in the in our Nomad story series. So if you guys want to watch that, we have a playlist on the channel. You can start from the very beginning for why Mom and I even started living in the van in the first place to now where we are at. We're still going stuff. What's my social security number? Okay, 555. I'm not going to give that to you. Crazy. Lesbian for sure. Maybe. You know what? Think about, you can say whatever you want. I don't care. Call me whatever. Please hurry. 555 63 4182. I probably gave you some random person's freaking social right now, actually. That's it, Jamie. How you doing, Jamie? Well, you think I'm a bean just because I had my hair like a 16-year-old freaking English boy? Stand by. Identity theft. That's what's happening right now. Identity theft. You know what? Bringing it to the topic of the stream, this is what having fun looks like too, by the way. Where you can be a goober, make a fool of yourself, and look like what's his name? Sebastian Bach, lead singer of Skid Row. This is what his hair looks like, actually. Here we go. Here you go. Mom and the dogs are doing great, actually. You know what, Terminator? You need to fix your hair, bud. I low-key hope that you're bald. Not in like a rude way, but in like saying that, but like I swear, not in a rude way. I promise you, it's not meant in a rude way at all. But yeah, homeless and having fun, baby. This is what having fun looks like. How about we get more people making fun of themselves? I'll be a Waikiki in about 6 weeks. What did Sub-Zero say? I don't think I saw what Sub-Zero said. Don't say homeless. Nomadic. Yeah, I like to say I live nomadically just because we have done so much and we've gone across so many different places. But at the same time, some people still like call it homeless. And I think it's so fascinating that people assume that just because you live in a vehicle, you are incapable of doing literally anything. And I don't live on like welfare. I don't live off of government money or anything like that either. I'm what Amy Schumer would wish she looked like if she wasn't famous. Now, but that one movie that she was in, was it called Trainwreck? I like that one. That's the confidence that we should all have, actually. Quite literally, that is the confidence that we should all have. Believe that you are freaking awesome and you are beautiful, you're abundant, you should love yourself no matter what. Stop comparing yourself to all these other people that you see online. You deserve to be absolutely abundant, and you deserve just all the love and hugs in the world just because you're breathing right now. What is my skin routine? What is the skin routine? Yes, Jamie, absolutely. This is it's a Prius named Zoomdini, because this thing can speed, baby. This little four-banger hybrid. What is this? Hello, nice to meet you. Shake my hand. My name is Morgan. I live in a van with my mom and our dogs. And welcome to the One Stellar Life channel, where here we help you awaken, level up, and live free. So if that sounds interesting to you, subscribe. And just so you know, when you do subscribe, you are now part of the cargo crew, which means you are precious, beautiful cargo. And we are a crew here navigating this world and our One Stellar Life together. Zoomdini, like Houdini, but Zoomdini. Do I have a dump truck? I used to, actually. My Tonka dump truck that I used to have. I think I did. How many dogs? I have 2. They're Bailey and Kalea. And today we were literally talking about just having fun and being able to like play the game of life as well. Jamie, don't even tempt me with that, because you know what? I was literally just telling mom earlier today that I looked up how I could tune up this Prius, because I would love to put a giant lift kit on it, to be honest, and put bigger tires on it. Not only because I love that and it would be absolutely ridiculous, this car does need a lift. It bottoms out so easily, and even doing these deliveries and having to go down some of these back roads in Hawaii, literally these potholes will scrape up against the bottom of this car. It does not matter what happens. I went down a gravel road to somebody's house literally like 3-4 days ago, and it was like a little puddle. I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but unfortunately it was a narrow road, and the one side like fell off into this like river thing that they had there. Deliveries, yeah, doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, that stuff. And literally the car, I had to go into this puddle, and you could hear the gravel scrape on the bottom of the car, and I was like, I am so upset right now. Cannot stand it when that happens. So this vehicle does need to be lifted just to be able to make clearance, even for some of these driveways here into these shopping centers. It is insane. Every single day. Yeah, just like you and Mandy. Actually, one of the cargo crew members who helped get this vehicle, he was the one that suggested to do DoorDash and Uber Eats. And I was like, that is a great idea. I forgot it existed, to be honest. Because I don't say, hey, can you deliver to the beach? Sparking, yeah, you know what? I tried that for Walmart too at some point. I still have it on my phone. Even like Grubhub too, but personal opinions. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys are doing good and that she's okay too. Sparking, Walmart here in the United States has Spark. I think it's just called Spark, where you can do stuff like DoorDash for Walmart and pick up groceries and stuff for people that they've ordered at Walmart and Sam's Club and other stores that I think are under the Walmart umbrella. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Very fascinating stuff, by the way. Very, very an interesting experience, I tell you what. And sometimes, you know, when I first started that, it was fun. I did have fun doing it. But now it's like, it's really cool to be able to still have that control over my time. However, driving here, I think especially during this time with the storm coming to the islands too, that's pretty much already here, it does get kind of dangerous. And it's not just the storm that's dangerous, it's more the other drivers here. Amazon Flex waiting list. I think it's interesting they're doing that. I think it's very interesting that they're doing that. So for anyone who is new here, and if you guys are just tuning in, go ahead and share in the chat what brings you joy and how do you have fun? Like, what does your flavor of fun look like for you? For me, it's definitely being live. It's being on stream with you guys, being able to chat, share stuff, sharing perspectives and swapping stories too. Really just coming on and being able to talk story for a little bit is always fun, always a good time. A huge storm in Mississippi, tornadoes. That's insane. I'm glad you're okay, Vation. That's crazy. $20. What do you mean? When I got to Starbucks, I had some dude ask me if I had $40 to give him to be able to get home. And he kept asking a bunch of people, and he said he was short $40 for Uber. And I was like, And it wasn't just like, oh, excuse me, do you have $40 to help me out here? He was like, Cash App, Zelle, PayPal. He's like, you can go pull cash out of an ATM and give it to me. I was like, excuse me? When you eat good foods, what is your favorite food? I love steak. I love meat. I miss meat. I have some chili in the van, actually. Waikiki doesn't bring me joy. Are you staying like on the strip? Is that your plan? What's up, Vikas? How you doing? Welcome in. Nice to see you. How do you say your name? I'm just gonna call you Hughes. Can I call you Jackman? Hugh Jackman. Beef teriyaki with tempura shrimp. Dang, John Paul, you had like, do you like have that copied already? Did you already have that typed out? That's what that seems like. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Sushi, steak, and potatoes. Most likely be in Light EA. Ah, nice. Well, yeah, for what you're doing here, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. Mom and I went to there's a really good local fast food, I'll call it like fast food place that's it's called Kaneki's. I don't even know if I say it right, but I call it Kaneki's. Mom and I met a friend named Kaneki in freaking Missouri. Anyway, and they're what are they? They're in like Kahuku or something, I think. No, Hauula, I believe it is. Cheese fries and shrimp. Not eating meat? No. No, unfortunately, we haven't been able to keep up with it monetarily. Free time slot to stop by. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to hang out. Something I've always been like, so I've had online friends for years, right? Because in the time that I grew up, I was like 5 or 6 when video games actually came out and like internet talking to people. I used to tell people where I lived all the time. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm here with so and so and I live here, and was like giving away my address and stuff. But I've always had this like self-conscious thing that when I meet people in person, will I meet their expectations? feeling like, even though I always do my best to be myself and to be like really authentic online, will people feel that I'm acting the same in person? And it's always made me scared to meet, because I've met a couple online friends in person, and it's always made me scared to talk to people in person versus online. I get really shy, like online, especially at the freaking gas station. And mom has told me this too, where being like really energetic and like really outgoing on stream, and even at the gas station too, to where like afterwards I'm really quiet and kind of reserved. Hawthorne effect. People are different when a camera is on them than what they are in real person. Yeah, you know, I really am quiet. And sure, I mean, have you guys experienced this before, where it's like it's similarly to that, where like you are different versus what you're like on a daily basis, where I'm usually very quiet and reserved in person, but then online it's like a chatterbox. Be it for yourself. Agree. I agree, confidential, absolutely. Which is why, since the gas station too, I've really just started sharing my perception of the world and like how it's functioning in a way, and how I see that people's lives could be easier, and how we can be able to live happier and have fun and do all of those things together. Once you get used to public speaking, then you can be genuine. Most people are coming out of their shells online. Yeah, it's hard meeting people in person. I don't know what to say. You know what? That's why you get to view it like a game, and that is kind of fun about it too, because some people you'll never have to see again, and just practice different stuff, like a different way of talking to somebody, a different way of introducing yourself, different way of like, I don't know, just a different way of how you want to express who you are as a person to people. That you get to do these little things everywhere you go, and it doesn't matter who you run into. That viewing it like that, especially when you start thinking like everyone is just kind of like an NPC on your quest in life, right? You can just try out different stuff for funsies and see what happens. I do this sometimes with people. I'll give you an example. Years ago, one of my mom's coworkers, and it was my mom, one of my mom's coworkers, and she has kids, so she brought like her three boys and me, and we went out to this market night, right? And that day, I had been pondering like, why when we hug each other, do we always put our heads to the left side? Like no matter what happens, and it's just like little things that I become aware of, where every time as people we hug, we put our heads to the left side, right? We automatically do that. And part of me was like, why do we do that? Right now I'm like, okay, well, your arm's up and you're doing this thing, yeah, so it just makes sense to put your head out of the way. We'll bump heads, yeah. However, this is what I did. So when I went in, because we always hug to say hello, right? We always hug every time we see somebody. I was like, I'm gonna try putting my head to the right instead and see what happens. I did that, and she was like, oh. I made it a slightly awkward situation just because I wanted to try it out and see what happens. Do something a little bit different, because I was like, she knows me, she knows my mom, they've been working together for years. Going for a hug, and I put my head to the right side, and she was like, oh, and I had to like move her head around. So just little things like that that you tested. Yeah, I tested her. Sometimes kiss someone. Oh, you know what? I will tell you guys. This is why I say that I'm very awkward in person at the same time too. Okay, a little different this time. Yeah, just try out. Like you can do stuff like that, and no one's really gonna care. Like no one's gonna come after you about it afterwards, right? What's up, Axel? Nice to see you, bud. Welcome in. That just like try out different stuff like that, and even I used to be in a youth military program, and of course it had to be with a dude that I had a crush on at the time too, that was in my unit. That I was with one of my friends, right? We had just had a bonfire, and we were walking to the harbor. So we were down at the beach, and we were walking along the beach to the harbor, just going for a night stroll after this. And I run into this guy that I had a crush on at the time. And literally, I had never had like physical contact with this dude before. And he goes in for a hug. Like I say hi, he says literally nothing. And he goes in for a hug automatically. And I thought that he's taller than me. And I thought he was going for a high five. So like I reached up, trying to give him a high five. And he kept going in for the hug. And I was like, oh. And so my arm ended up like this over his freaking shoulder. And I'm like hugging him like that. And my friend and I started laughing after he walked away. And I was like, that is like the most uncomfortable, awkward thing that has ever happened to me up until that point, right? What made it 10 times worse was my friend and I start walking back to our other group of friends to the bonfire. And he is telling the person that he's there with exactly what happened and is showing them like, when I was all, no! Ah! Like, hated it. It was misery for me at that moment. But this is what I'm saying, like when you get to have fun in life and people are NPCs and people are in your lives for certain periods of time, for whatever purpose it may serve, to be awkward, just try out different stuff. It's okay to be like weird or goofy or uncomfortable sometimes. That's the only way that we grow. And that's how we have fun too. So yeah, me as the example, socially awkward, kind of weird. There you go. If I can do it, you can do it. Believe me. If I can do it, someone that's been reserved and quiet my whole life and thinks that I have to be absolutely perfect to be worth anything, you guys can absolutely do it too. Am I not working at that place? What place, Jamie? He was trying to cop a feel. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. It was just kind of strange. You too, Vuta. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate you. I just get uncomfortable sometimes. Especially, it's fascinating too. So I guess to be a little bit vulnerable with you guys in a way. Doing this on camera is totally fine. Like if I was by myself streaming in like a room or whatever, I'd be totally fine. But even sitting here knowing that like it's dark out here and that other people can see me and what I'm doing and me talking to you guys, sometimes I'll become slightly aware of it and I'll get really nervous. But being on here and being able to talk to you guys is my flavor of having fun. So for anyone that's just tuning in, if you guys haven't answered the question yet, go ahead and share it in chat. What is your flavor of fun for you? Yeah, I couldn't do it. The place that I got a job at after the store, no, I ended up quitting because I just having this realization, and for me personally, I know I could get a job anywhere I go to. That's just my mindset. That's my belief system with being able to get a job, being able to get a job. I know I could work anywhere. However, my personal experience, I was not happy there, so I decided to quit. And I wasn't sleeping good. I was exhausted like every single day, and it just wasn't it actually. So I don't know, and I've gotten my own things of what I should be doing too. So when you guys tap in and you become aware about certain signs that you get, you'll be guided more than you realize towards whatever you're meant to be doing at the time. I always put a smile on your face. I'm glad. That's my purpose. That is truly my purpose. I live to make people happy and to make their lives a little bit easier. So whatever I can do and whatever I can share, that is exactly what I will do. Missouri is 10 times cheaper than Hawaii. You might want to head back there. No. Thank you. No. Hang on. I'm trying to read some of your guys' questions. You like rolling around this? Yeah, you like me? Oh, wait. Let's see, Morgan. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. Nothing is fun and everything sucks. I'm sorry you have that perspective in life, but it's not true. What's up, Michael? Thank you so much. What does that even mean? The grown woman, by the way. What, because I chose to live in a van? Jessica isn't annoying. Nah, you know what? Even when people do stuff like that, sarcasm, yeah. Even when people do stuff like that, they're still engaging with a stream anyways. You're going to be a home. Well, you're never going to be. I'll tell you that right now. What makes you believe that? I don't choose to take that on for myself. When I get, you know how excited I get when it comes to you. You have witnessed it in real time in my live streams. And past, so freaking excited I always get. So do any come in. Aw. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it. You're never happy. That's unfortunate. Something that I learned, if I may, because we all go through phases like that where we don't feel happy or it seems like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. However, at some point, what I learned was we get to take responsibility for how we feel and how we choose to experience the world and our perception of everything that happens around us. And we can either allow certain things to override our choices or find something to be grateful no matter what. I've been there. Why do I choose to be homeless? Why do I choose to live like this? It felt suffocating. So I first moved into a van during the pandemic and it really started to feel suffocating living in a condo, living somewhere. Lived in a house, lived in an apartment, did all the things, and this is the only way that I really felt like I could find my sense of home in a way. I do choose to live like this, yeah. Anything but a job? What do you mean, Hawaiian Brian? Quarter-acre house in Metropolis for 30,000. I'm a carpenter. I can work on anything and do plumbing. Nice. Congratulations. Because you own something with property tax. Yeah, that's the cool part, isn't it? When you own your own property and that you know that no one can take it from you and you have like your place. It's a different kind of sense of security. And for me, living like this, it's similar, but it's like different variables, but similar circumstances where not having a car payment is very nice. Like not having to owe somebody something or paying somebody else's mortgage is very, very nice. And having some of those freedoms like that where you're not tied down, uh, finding ways to take back my time. And I would encourage you guys to do the same thing, finding various ways that you can take back your time because time is precious. And the time that we have here on this planet is so short and so limited to be able to figure out ways to make the system work for you instead of thinking that it's designed in such a way where we almost feel like we have to be beholden to somebody else to be able to have a job or to work somewhere. However, right, especially right now, there is so much opportunity out there. We just get caught up in the old programming that we've been given. And I won't say that it's easy to release yourself from that, but there are ways that you can. And there are ways that you are able to free yourself in whatever way that looks like for you, as your flavor of freedom, where you can reclaim your happiness and reclaim the agency over your existence and over your life. Your land is paid for and your home and all your vehicles, no more payments is awesome. Yeah, or it doesn't it feel like when you don't have any more payments, it's like that weight taken out of your subconscious. It's just like a weight taken off your shoulders too. Totally, totally freeing. I absolutely agree with you. 100%. Yeah, I think explaining to people this is an active choice to live like this. It's hard for people to understand that just because of the stigma around it. And someone had told me van life and nomadic living in general is becoming more and more popular. So it's not something different to choose or a different way of life. However, it obviously is something that not everybody can understand because it is seen as, and it's because we've been told that a lifestyle like this is something that is frowned upon. I could go into all the reasons why. However, focusing on what we get from it is more than anything. The lessons learned within living nomadically is the best aspect about it. Property taxes, they can take it all away. Yeah, exactly. Set up so you don't truly own anything that you have. It's fascinating, isn't it? Even thinking about that, about getting taxed so much, it's like, how much money per dollar that you make do you really get to keep at the end of the day? How much are you really keeping of your hard-earned cash? What's up, Raven? It's been good. How are you? Yeah, when you become aware of all those things, it's like, it's hard to not see stuff a certain way anymore. Same thing like with talking about seeing social media differently too. You kaipa in the van tonight. Heck yeah. What's up? Born in Redlands. Nice. Nice to see you, Jeremy. Welcome back, bud. How you doing? We've been talking about, or at least that's what I started with. We've gone on some tangents, and I've done my best to keep it, to tie it back into having fun with life and making life fun again too. So if you guys want to subscribe to the channel, I invite you to subscribe and to like the stream too. So if you guys enjoy these conversations and want to know more or want to talk more, I think I'll be doing some of these van life after dark topics streams a lot more often too. It's been great. Mom's been good too. I'm glad you're doing good. It's better than it is here, I'll tell you that. I don't know if I want to know why. I haven't been in California for years, and I don't even know the last time that I was in Redlands or in Yucaipa or anything either. Had a lot of family from there though. Had a lot of family there. This has been fun. It's always nice to stream, and I've said that a few times throughout the stream too, but being able to just sit and chat with you guys for a little bit. We'll bring back game nights too. I'll have to see how I can do that, or what I can do for I'm not missing much. I believe it. I'll have to see what I can do to bring back game nights into what different games we can play. I think I put all the games in storage, so I got to go through. Leon and the new Resident Evil. I wish I could play it. I haven't played any of the Resident Evils actually. Stream sniping me IRL. I think several people did do that. It was interesting because you could tell, especially when I was streaming, people who have seen it before, if they've like come across it at some point, when they would come in and like give me that look, stare at me, and I'm just like, "Hi, welcome," and they're all, "Oh." What's up, Brian? First time I went to the USA was to California. I am sorry. California is beautiful, but being a native Californian, I don't want to go back. But the Resident Evil question, Leon, is he the one that wears like the black shirt that people do a lot of videos about, that like men and women thirst over? I'm glad. Even speaking of NorCal, SoCal, even speaking of Resident Evil, I'm glad to see a lot of people having fun with that too. I never really played Resident Evil before, so I guess it's hard for me to really get into like the hype about it. I would like to play it at some point though. So as we grow our crew here and as we grow the channel, whenever I'm able to, I would love to start playing games again, like actual like computer games. Somehow I will figure out a way to do it, but I would love to play some PC games and like share with you guys. Do I remember your name when I did it? And did other people tell you they knew who you were? You're asking me if I remember who you are? Yes, I remember who you are. What's up, Tropic of Neptune? 9 months? Dude, we're birthing a baby at this point. I'm good. Great, actually. How are you doing? Welcome back. You would happily walk away from this place if your kids would go with you. That's the hard part. And now I'm in a much better place. Oh, I'm so glad. Heck yeah. What's up, Con? Not even my tank game on your PS5. Yeah, you know what? I haven't played video games. Like, I have a Switch, and I got really into Animal Crossing and stuff, but I haven't played it in a while, and I was still paying for Nintendo Online, too, and I was like, man, it's not worth it anymore, because you can't play anything on there unless you have the freaking online thing. And it's just been sitting. But video games, I miss video games a lot. Especially, you know what I would play the most? I would play Halo the most, actually. I grew up, like, I think my first game that I really started playing, it was Tetris on the OG Xbox, and then it was Halo. I miss Halo so much, dude. My algorithm is working hard for me to bring me all the nostalgia with freaking Halo Reach and people cosplaying as Master Chief and stuff too. And gosh, man, I wanna play it so much. I'd love to. Roblox with this Gen X boomer. I would never play Roblox. Some of the stuff that I've learned about it, absolutely not. Stay away from it. That GameCube and Wii. Yeah, Xbox was my main platform. I ended up getting a Dell Inspiron computer at one point, or a laptop at one point, and I started playing some PC games off of there. Which Halo was my favorite? I loved Halo Reach. Halo 2 and Halo Reach, and it was Halo Reach for the custom games, and because I got really good at SWAT too. For the custom games, dude, I would play in full lobbies with people, and it was so much fun. So if any of you guys ever played with somebody called Banana Swagger, that was me. I was Banana Swagger. And there's a whole thing behind it too, but yeah, me being like 13 years old playing stuff by myself. I got really good. Black Ops 2 as well. I got really good with One in the Chamber and Search and Destroy. Dude, if I had started streaming games back then, I probably would have been pro when I was a kid. But it was really fun. It was really, really fun. Maybe I wouldn't have been pro. I don't think it was that good. Loved video games, dude. And it wasn't like, and it was more for the social aspect. I think that's why I'm such a homebody now too, because I grew up my whole life playing video games. I would stay up late even during the week. During school nights and weekends too. Holidays, man. I remember when Halo 5 came out. I think I was a junior in high school. And that whole break that Halo 5 came out, I played through the whole campaign, and I played, that's like all that I did during my break. I'm parked beside the van right now. Roblox is total brain rot. Yeah, I see videos of it, dude, and I'm like, I don't know how people are able to play it. It's like geared towards kids, but it is so explicit with some of the stuff that I see from clips of that game, and just what people use it for too. Uncomfy. You're a COD kind of guy. I like COD Mobile. Never guessed that I had a banana. No, my gamer tag was just Banana Swagger. When I got my very own Xbox account that I paid for live on, my gold membership Xbox account when I first got it, my gamer tag was Banana Swagger. Useless waste of time, but your nephew loves it and no one else plays with him. Aw. Well, I hope your nephew's safe. Old school's Nintendo Mario with Duck Hunt. Ooh. That sounds interesting. I know, and then I started to play freaking Animal Crossing. Someone had actually gifted me Animal Crossing when I got my first Switch. And I just realized that it's like you're constantly working to pay off loans in the game. And I was like, man, this is freaking exhausting. I don't know how people put hours and hours and hours into that game. I could probably sit there and fish all day long. I think that would be really fun, and swimming around in the water. But other than that, dude, I wanted to play it so bad just because of the cozy game aspect of it. And then I started playing it and I was like, this is not fun. I'm constantly indebted to this man. And that mirrors life, right? And the systems that we're in and how they try to keep you indebted in life. Yeah. My tripod is like, no more, Morgan. Yeah. I was always a first person shooter type of person, and I got into D&D too with some of my online friends, and we had online campaigns and stuff like that. And using what is it? Roll20? Is that what it's called? The online platform where you can create like your own board and stuff too. Loved it. Ooh, and then I had an in-person campaign where our DM, it was this couple, this Navy couple that I met. They had like, he actually had like a whole board and like characters and stuff and like little figurines that we could use to play. Does that mic have the reverb? It does, yeah. My girl plays Animal Crossing and I asked her what it's like, and she said it's like working for, it literally is like working for a communist raccoon. It is the most annoying freaking thing in the world. I cannot get into it anymore. What did I start playing on there? What else do I have? I think I downloaded some sort of like free scary game or something. I don't have that many games for it though. Do it. Do the reverb. Okay, hang on a second. Where's my, here it is. Don't play Animal Crossing. It is not worth it. It is like working for a communist raccoon, and it is the most annoying thing in the world. Where is it? Hang on, there it is. There you go. I actually forgot that it had the reverb on it, so thank you for reminding me, Jamie. I haven't used it in a while. I used to use it for comedic effect. I can't have a reverb. Hell yeah, brother! Yeah, because then you know what happens is I press it to turn the reverb off, and then it stays on, but then it ruins the other freaking aspect about the mic. What mic is it? I don't remember. If you go to the stand link that I have in the about section of the channel, I think I have it on our Amazon store, so you can go check it out there. I believe I linked it in all the like stream essential stuff. And we went through a tunnel. That is perfect timing. Perfect timing. I love that so much. Oh my goodness gracious. Today's Wednesday, right? Happy hump day, because it's 10 o'clock in Hawaii right now. So for anyone who is here and you guys are just tuning in, I have not introduced myself in a minute. So shake my hand. Nice to meet you. My name is Morgan, and I live in a van with my mom and our dogs. And welcome to One Stellar Life, where we help you awaken, level up, and live free. So if that sounds interesting, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and double tap your screen to like the stream. Let's get the stream past 85 likes. Am I from Hawaii? I don't know if I can technically say that I'm from Hawaii now because I've lived here for almost 10 years, but I'm originally from Southern California. I moved to Hawaii to go to university. So, what's up, Trip? Trip, I have to tell you, I don't know if you got it, but I think your dad was recommended as a friend to me on Facebook. Oh, you're from Kalihi. Nice. Welcome. Nice to see you. Hello, Country Blunts. Do you still live here? Or have you moved? Yeah, your dad and you were recommended as friends to me on Facebook. I was like, fascinating. Even some other people here who, like, I don't know how or why, but they got recommended to me as friends on Facebook too. Oh, you stay here too? Nice. That's awesome. Your dad died in 2017. I am very sorry. Even more interesting that I'm getting him recommended to me. Fascinating. Very, very fascinating. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, It made me think of you, and I was wondering how you were doing. Did I graduate in Redlands? No. We moved to San Diego before I started middle school. So I did go to elementary school in Redlands, though. What am I selling? What do you mean, what am I selling? You're from Tejas? What's up, Synth Wizard? Outside of Houston? Nice. You guys will get to see in our Nomad Story series soon the leg of time that Mom and I spent in Texas. Cypress, Texas. Look at all the Texans we have here. That's cool, though. Yeah. What's up, Treasure Woman? How you doing? More elementary? No. She's great hoodies. Thank you, Jamie, for the plug for the merch. Like, we have our hydrate mugs too. This thing, I love this thing. It is so incredibly durable. I gotta tell you that I've dropped it I don't know how many times, and it is fantastic. When I first pulled it out of the box, this print, because we used to, the platform that we used to use before for merch was not the greatest in terms of print quality, but then these guys, we switched it up, and these guys, the color, the gradient, it came out so nice. So I highly recommend that if you guys are interested, it's definitely worth it just for the print quality alone with some of these designs. Stay safe. We got a storm coming. Expected Bear Grylls. I saw Hawaii is expected to get 30 inches of rain. And it is insane, dude. Flash flood warning all week. For everything. What's up, Dustin? So yes. If we get insane rains, I will go outside in the rain. How about that? I'll make a deal, and I expect all of you guys to be there. Hair in the mouth. I started choking on it. We moved opposite directions than Imperial Beach and Redlands. Oh, that's crazy. Coronado, nice. You grew up in San Diego. That's insane. I've been eyeing that thing. You want to get it? Get it, Jamie. Go to bed. Dino, you go to bed. What time is it for you? It's only 10:05 here. But I think my eyes start to give away when I'm tired because I think my eyes get kind of lazy. And it looks like I'm looking in two different directions. Reverb. I will in a second. Catch a fish with your bare hands while you're cooking. Cook the fish in the rain on the rocks. Let me start a fire in the rain. What am I drinking? It was cold brew. 619 for San Diego. Oh yeah, what's up, Summer? I see you got that. You took a 3-hour nap and you woke up. It's 4 a.m. I'm gonna be up for long. Yeah, you'll be okay. You'll be fine. You got it. Reverb, hang on. Hang on. If we get insane rain and we do a live stream, I fully expect you all to be there. Be there. Be there. Be there. Be there. Or how about this? Hang on one second. Oh. Dude, I haven't stood up in so long. My legs are exhausted right now. Hang on. Hello, can you see me? Oh. Let me in, please. I am but a simple woman in need of some assistance. Please let me inside. Oh shoot. Oh gosh. Hang on, I lost the magnet. Hang on. There we go, I got it. I'm just gonna hold it in my hand. My hair is stuck to the... Hello? Let me in. I had to make sure to bring my bag so I wouldn't lock the car on myself. Key, open the door. I did have the key. Thank you so much. I actually had the key in my bag. Having the AC on, the windows are... Oh, the reverb's still on. I've had the AC on the whole time that I've been in here, and it's getting so muggy outside because it's gonna start dumping soon. I tell you what, brother. I tell you what. It's gonna start dumping insane soon. So the windows are all wet, and I got wet all over my face and my hair. Be there, be there. I hope you do. At this point, you know what? I hope you do. You better get a freaking you better have a dream about it and get that in your dream too. That would be great actually. That would be awesome. I hope you do. You're a dag. What's a dag? Is it a dang awesome girl? Because if so, absolutely. Thank you so much. I do that so often. Anytime mom and I start like play arguing about something, I'm always like we're all oh believe me, I will dream about it. That feels like a threat, Jamie. That feels like a threat. 3 feet of rain. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 30 degrees in Michigan. Should I say poke? Huh? Think I'm gonna be like, oh, I love getting my poke bowl from Foodland. Tamura's Market. How about Shima's? Yeah, I go Shima's all the time for my poke bowl. Won't catch me out here acting howdy like that. I like getting my poke bowls. I'm not gonna pay freaking. Okay, there's a place over here that opened up. I won't say the name of it, but they charge freaking $30 per pound of poke. And I apologize, but I got spoiled with a family friend that is a commercial fisherman that he would give us fresh ahi tuna. And mom and I would make our own poke bowls when we first moved here. I refused to pay $30. I will go full Denise and do this stuff, dude. I joke around with mom sometimes, and I'm like, when people come here and then they start doing like I got it all the time at the gas station too when tourists would come through and they're like, mahalo, thank you so much. I'm like, mm. Although I know I sounded like that when I first moved here, but I got nervous to say anything because I didn't want to be made fun of like that. And I had such like the heaviest, the thickest Californian accent when I first moved here. It was insane, dude. I tell you what, baby. That's like $18 burrito. I will not. I refuse. When I can go to Walmart and get a freaking do a good joke, Cole. How you doing, bud? You get him, huh? No, you know what? When I used to work at Texaco, and one day there's this guy that came in, and this tourist lady. I was helping this guy, and this tourist lady came up, and she was like, "Oh, do you guys know of any like the closest beaches nearby?" And this guy, he was like, "Oh yeah, you go Sandy's." And she was like, "Oh, cool, thank you." And I was like, I looked at him and I told her, and I was like, "Just be careful though, because the surf is really rough." And she was all, "Oh, okay." And he was like, "Oh man, you better than me." I like let him learn, and I was like, Not when it comes to somebody's quality of life like that, bro. No, absolutely not. But I agree. Oh, Rowdy. Thank you so much, Rowdy. I appreciate you. Who got it? Hang on, let's see. I gotta read it. Snapshot Sniper. We got Dustin. Dustin got one. Congratulations, Dustin. Darth Sandman and James. You know what? You know what's cool too? Okay, here's the thing that I learned. So when you gift memberships like that, when somebody's live, they have to be subscribed and they have to be open to receiving. So you have to like actually turn on that you can receive memberships in a stream like this. However, also that means that these people are watching right now. So it's cool to see whoever gets it because either they're active in chat or they're just lurking. So thank you guys for being here watching the stream. I appreciate you so much. Holy smokes! Wait, hang on. Is Kalihi legit ghetto? Because I go there all the time. Actually, I'm like a courier, so I do like the DoorDash, Uber Eats stuff. And I drive through Kalihi all the time and I don't have any problems with people. I don't see why people say that like Kalihi's considered ghetto at all. It's just like what Dillingham, Costco, right in that area. I don't think it's bad whatsoever. Cities and Kalihi are better. Thank you so much for the gifts. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And doing the courier stuff too, I really enjoy it, and like I have fun doing it sometimes, especially when I first started, because moved here in 2017, and so after being here for so long, I get to explore some of the places that I've never been before, and it's really cool to I like areas that I never would have thought was developed. Like I literally just never knew it existed. Sand Island Beach. Oh my goodness. On these days, I'll bring fresh ahi when our neighbor brings it. 15 pounds of it, dude? Holy moly. Heck yeah. Absolutely. What's up, Brandon? Used to watch you at the gas station. Haven't seen you in ages. Well, I'm here. Welcome back. You found your home again. Welcome back. Nice to see you, Kimby. I remember you. I don't know how, but I remember a lot of people who have come through the streams over the years. Over the year and a half that we've been streaming. I was talking about this last night too, where I was saying like I get so attached to you guys on like some level. I get so attached to you guys. What made me make that face? Sand Island. I know the Coast Guard base is over there too. Yeah, dude. I gotta say, some of these Coast Guard guys that I've delivered to. Come on, man. It's fascinating. You have to deliver like right in front of the gate. Being on base, military stuff is fascinating. Do I remember? Yes, Jokol, I remember you. One of these days you bring some? Yeah, sure. Go for it. Absolutely. Ooh, or going to the beach in like Kapolei seems kind of strange to me for some reason. It's such like niche information because it's like if you're not here on island experiencing it, you wouldn't understand. But I could compare it to I don't know what I can compare it to. I don't think there really is a comparison for it. Does the frame mic? Yes, it does. This is called a wind sock. A wind sock. So, especially for being in here and because I have the AC on, any extra wind, or even when I do that, it helps mitigate it just a little bit. So, pronouncing my P's or my B's or certain things like that, it'll help mitigate it a little bit. All I gotta do is say Ukaipa. Sand Island more safe compared to Waikiki. Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh. Going into town, I do not enjoy it at all. At night, it's okay. I don't know. Town just has a different flavor to it. That's strange. What's up, Mike? Also, for anybody who is just tuning in, what's up, everybody? Nice to meet you. Shake my hand. My name is Morgan, and I live in a van with my mom and our dogs. And welcome to the One Stellar Life channel, where we help you awaken, level up, and live free. So, if that sounds interesting, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and double tap your screen to like the stream. I'll stay at town. Yuck, I'll stay in the woods. Mood. Actually, yeah, I'd love to. Man, country in Hawaii is literally the best. I don't know if you guys knew it or if you guys have seen it, but there was a show called American Jungle that it came out, I want to say like 2016, and I don't know how many seasons they've done of it, but it was the most interesting thing to watch. And my mom and I started watching it before we moved here, and it was cool to see more of Hawaii and like the jungly parts of Hawaii. Oh, thank you so much for the gift. That is so cute. Thank you so much, Victor. Appreciate it. And we would joke with each other and we would say this one line because I think it was based on Big Island. And there's this one guy who he owned a bunch of property over there. And they would go hunting on this dude's property. And one day he came across one of the other dudes that's on the show. And he like walks up and he's like, "Oh, these are my lands, brah." And so we started saying that anytime my mom and I would like encroach on each other, we'd be all, "Oh, These are my lands, bro. It was the most funny thing. We are in the car chatting, by the way. Yes, correct. You guys are my passenger princess right now. My cargo crew, if you will. No, I don't smoke. No, how should we pronounce it? Do you know Yucaipa doesn't mean anything. It's not Spanish, it's not native, and it's literally has no meaning. Someone literally just slapped some letters together and said, "Yep, that's fair. That's fair." How you doing? Why am I in a car? What? Why are you not in a car? Hello? Get in the car. Why are you at home? Well, you have a house. But you don't have a car? Is that what you're saying? It sounds like, ooh, I am four walls. Congratulations, buddy. All jokes, by the way. Just giving you a hard time. Congratulations. Y'all need Jessies. You need Jessies. Why did I choose to be homeless? Because I didn't want to live in a house. I was tired of paying somebody else's mortgage and felt suffocating also because it was like just being in the same spot all the time when how many hours did I really spend at home? And it was during the pandemic and I was like, man, you know what? I did not move to Hawaii. I mean, I moved to Hawaii for school, but I did not choose to stay here and experience this life on an island in the middle of the ocean to be stuck inside four walls all day long. You don't get cold? Frick! I have blankets and dogs. Also, I am wearing a hoodie, by the way. And I don't live on Big Island where it snows. Or up in the mountains in Maui. But you would own it. What are you talking about? A house? I would not own it paying off somebody else's mortgage. No. I would rather whatever. Other aside from that, it's like 80 most of the time. The coldest I've seen it since I've been here was like 55 degrees, and I was able to see my breath outside. The homeless people just run wild. Yeah, man. Absolutely. I'm what's the word? Feral. 100% feral out here running these streets, baby. Me going into freaking Kalihi, going insane. Catch me on the streets of Waikiki, dude. Being nutso. 50. Yeah, I saw it was 55 literally like one day. It does me good seeing the crew. We're glad you're here, Mike. Yeah, that's why. I mean, it's all over YouTube. Homeless people taking over Hawaii. The natives hate it. Well, yeah, because a lot of states are shipping their homeless here, and I think that's more what's ruining it. Am I a bodybuilder? I guess I could say being a woman, yes. Because women literally build bodies, right? So, I mean, technically, I think based on a technicality, I can say yes. But am I building my own body? Not anymore, really. This is fun. I love having conversations with you guys because the topic of the stream is having fun, and I just happen to be homeless, houseless. I happen to be living in a van by choice. And I know for some that is a very difficult decision for people to understand that I've made in my life. However, it's brought me major happiness. And if I didn't do it, I don't think that I would be here right now talking to you guys about living in a van or about living nomadically in general. So we wouldn't be able to help each other broaden our horizons whatsoever if I didn't choose to do that. And I think it's made me, I don't think, I know, I truly believe living this way has made me a better person overall. I know, and pardon my language, but I used to be an asshole. I will be honest about that. The more that I think about it and sometimes I reflect, I was a jerk, dude. And a lot of the experiences, I was very immature and I thought that I had more life experience than I did. And it's taken me this up to this point to really humble myself before our Lord and allow myself to be broken down, to be rebuilt and come back better than ever and be totally stronger for it. So, even for some of the stuff that people are saying in chat, like it might be it could be rude. And me 5 years ago would not have been able to handle it, having such a fragile ego, and now being able to take the ego out of it and know that I'm here simply serving humanity the best way that I possibly can and fulfilling my purpose on this planet too, to help you guys. If I can do anything to help make your guys' lives easier and to share whatever I can, to use my voice on whatever platform I'm given, which I am very, very grateful for, to help you in the best way possible, 100% I'm going to do anything that I can to do that. You don't have to yell. We are right here, sir. There's no need. A lot of people got it passed. Exactly, and that's why we can't always be judged for what we've done in the past, except for the content of our character and who we choose to be from this moment going forward. Because every moment is a brand new opportunity for us to experience ourselves differently, and that we get to choose who we are at the end of the day. You know, your body regenerates itself completely every, I think, like 7 years. We go through cycles where your whole body on a cellular level gets to regenerate and it recreates itself. So you have a new version of you every single day and every single 7 years. Hang on, what was the question? How far are you from the beach? It's literally right there. Like, you won't be able to see it right now. And I don't know if it's raining, so I don't necessarily want to go outside and show you guys and get my phone all soaking wet because this is my livelihood right here. But it literally is right there. Like, you can check out the sunrise streams that we've done that I did from the van literally just a few days ago and see how close it is. If the only way to be humble is in front of our Lord Jesus. Glad you said that. Yeah. I used to stay away from even acknowledging my own faith. And after a little bit, I felt like um I felt as though I was denying my faith in Christ and it didn't feel authentic to who I am. Because being the person that coming from, like, I've gone to various churches. I've gone to many places before, right? To just go and see and attend service, and it never felt right. So I've developed my own relationship, and that's the key there. The key is developing your own relationship, having your discernment, and living in love, embodying what love is, and knowing that there was a perfect man who died for you because he loved you so much, and being able to know that you are able to be renewed every time. That's why you are born again, right? Or you get to come back as somebody totally different. And what's beautiful is that we have the kingdom of heaven within ourselves. So each and every day we are able to be born new. And every single second that we are alive, you get to tap into that love, that higher, that elevated experience, and that higher version of yourself that is that love. Because that's really what we're here for, is to love and experience and get to enjoy this world, because this world is our playground and it's just an experiment for where we're at right now. Talk about it, it shows your growth. Absolutely. Why are you gay? Why are you gay? as Noah was Arky. Yeah, it's fascinating everyone's experiences with it because I never, even as a kid, and I think it was growing up with family that felt as though they go to church on Sundays and were totally repented of all their sins during the rest of the week. That like that was them claiming their faith, and there was no other day of the week that they had to do anything except for Sunday. Seeing that and experiencing that, I think that tainted church for me, and the structure of religion in general never really felt right. However, the teachings and the connection, I fully believe and support that. I 100% believe in all of it and think that really just the discernment, and I feel a lot of people right now are being led astray in certain ways, and it's just my perception and my take on it too. So take from it what you will, leave the rest, take it with a grain of salt. Just sharing my truth at my core, and we all have our own truth at the end of the day, and our own reality that we're all into. Not the name I was given, not the dogma I was indoctrinated into, not the things I've done, not the things I own, not the jobs I've done, not the exactly. If Jesus didn't guide me daily. Yeah, the hardest part for me was the surrender aspect, to allow us to be vessels to be used on a daily basis, and to allow our minds to be quieted to where we can hear the guidance we are given each and every moment. Because it may seem like, even if you have this inkling and you get like this gut feeling to do something, that even if it seems absolutely insane and you don't understand why you're being told to do it or why you have this feeling to do something, I highly recommend you guys do it, because you don't know, even if you don't see the effects of it now, it could be lining up something for you later, or even somebody else that you don't know. Because we don't know why we do the things that we do, and certain things have to be done before something can enter our lives, or someone, or um the whole thing of tying it back into hang on, here we go, hang on, perfect, okay, tying it back into having that capacity to receive and being able to open yourself up for more. It just takes it. Be careful with that gut feeling. Yeah, that's where that discernment comes in, right? If it's light, it's right. That's the simplest way to go about it. If it's light, it's right. I wasn't even on a Sunday. Yeah, yeah, John, exactly. Discernment big time comes in. And even as something as simple as just asking for that still small voice to be turned up. And that's where meditation, because I know even in the Bible it mentions meditation, and it's prayer, right, where you're able to sit in silence, we're able to quiet that ego. And when you say like demons can come up in various ways, right, where there's like the seven deadly sins, where the gluttony, greed, pride, stuff like that, even temptation on some level too, where it's all connected. Like, we have these various labels for it, but it's all the underlying current to everything that we see and that we read and all this stuff. It was a bad anime. I liked it. I don't think I've watched the whole thing, but I liked it for what it was. I thought it was kind of cool. Although religion has given me comfort, not a fan of organized religion, but believe in trying to be more like Christ. Like, yeah, absolutely. And to know, I felt like that big time at the gas station, especially, where feeling like I kept telling myself, because those days where you get up and you're dreading everything that you have to do that day and everything you're going to experience, and going through it anyways, just because that is your role for that day and that's your purpose for that moment. Bob, it's a fair question, absolutely. And what's great is not just, and to say your God, like taking it away from you, it's so much more than just God and devil. And there's yin and yang. At the end of the day, everything is created to work together in harmony. And that's why we have, and saying like comparing life to a game, right? And being able to have fun, where we're going to have these boss battles that we go through, and we will have these certain challenges we face. And that's why people call it like your trial or something. I forget the specific word for it too. I think about it a lot, actually. It is very, very fascinating to think about these things. But I'm a believer in also taking it a step further, that we know the experience we're going to have when we're born in this life. And that everything, as with life being a constant present moment, that everything has happened here and now. What is Leviticus? I'm not going to claim to know any scripture. I cannot answer any scripture questions. I read certain parts of the Bible, but I haven't sat down and read it all in its entirety. So I'm just speaking from what I know and what my experience is, and seeing the connections through everything. Because first, I never really felt comfortable with God or with Jesus or talking about like church and stuff in general, and I grew up more spiritual at first, and then took it to a different level, and being able to see, and it's because it's more than just that. Like even just in just saying like God and Satan and saying certain things like this, and it seems so limiting in my opinion when you see stuff just in that level, when it's more than just that. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like how can you, I feel like there are no words right now to explain what I'm trying to, the point that I'm trying to get across, that it's not just two entities at play. Like that's the thing. I really don't know how to explain it. All that's coming to mind is like it's bigger, it's more than that, it's more than just that. Like it's like light, I mean, to say like it's light and darkness, and like it's a bigger concept than just that. And it's hard. uh there's also no reason. Who hurt you? My thing is, it's not just like, I'm like, okay, take it further than that. It's not just like God, devil, whatever. Like, complain about it all day long, believe whatever you want to believe, but also take it further. Think bigger than just that. Think like, I'm thinking like the frequency of love here, like being able to vibrate to that love frequency where we're able to help each other, better each other. I'm all for like the betterment of humanity, not just this, not just that. Because I wasn't even talking about that at first. The whole thing is about having fun. But um this is pretty cool. I think it's cool to have conversations about this stuff. That we don't have to necessarily convince each other, because if we all believe the same thing, I think life would be boring. So it's cool that we believe different stuff, and to have a conversation about it without taking it personal as well, or getting angry just for having different opinions or different views on life overall. Because I'm not trying to preach or proselytize to anybody. All I'm doing is just sharing my perspective on it. You know what, Bob? I don't know how you're feeling or how you're taking this, but I get the feeling that it's like it's making you upset in some fashion, and I apologize for it making you upset or you feeling a certain way about it. I seriously do, because it just came up and all I was doing was speaking my truth and talking about like love and stuff, and not even thinking about this other things that are here. And I'm not here to debate you either. This is a live stream on YouTube. I'm not being dishonest. I'm sorry you feel that way. But for everybody else here, it's all about love and having fun. And that I'm a big believer. You can go back and watch the other lives that we've done too. It's not a debate. I'm not here to debate anybody. You believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to try to convince anybody otherwise. I'm just sharing my thought process and my perspective on the world. And so I always say, take from it what you will, leave the rest, take it with a grain of salt. I live a certain way because that was my flavor of freedom and my flavor of fun. And it's up to you guys to determine whatever your flavor of freedom, whatever your flavor of fun is too. So, if anything, to help you guys through that and make life a little bit easier, make life fun. Let's make it lighter through here. There's so much darkness in the world, anyways. So, to come on somewhere and try to have a debate about something and try to make yourself feel a certain way about it, this isn't going to be the place to do that. This is literally this. I've always said that this is like the cool corner of the internet, that this is like the cozy place that we can come to where our nervous systems can relax, and debating random people online is not my definition of relaxation. So for anybody who happened to tune in during this point in time, shake my hand. Nice to meet you guys. My name is Morgan. I live in a van with my mom and our dogs. And welcome to the One Stellar Life channel, where we help you awaken, level up, and live free. Now, if that sounds interesting to you guys and you need some more Aloha spirit in your life, which I think some people do right now, especially after some of this conversation, you guys can go to the link that is in the About section of the channel and access the Aloha virtues absolutely free, so you can bring Aloha with you every single day of the week, no matter where you are, no matter who you are, no matter where you've been or where you are going, because Aloha is more than just hello and goodbye. It's all a way of life. I encourage you guys to be able to check it out. Bring some happiness, bring some Aloha with you. Let's liven the energy a little bit. It got really heavy for a second, and it did not feel comfortable having that kind of energy here. I've never seen most of these people. It is a very late stream. I don't think we've ever streamed this late before, actually. It's 10:39 right now. So being awake at this hour is fascinating. Oh, she loud. And yes, I am that chick that used to stream from the gas station that I worked at. Absolutely. Ooh, if I was bread, I would be Irish soda bread. Simple, straightforward. And because the Irish people are lucky, my ancestors are Irish, and I'm a very lucky person. Absolutely. Irish soda bread, 100%. 12 a.m. Cali time? Wait. Oh, so you're done with work now, right? It's like 1 a.m. for you at this, almost 2 a.m. for you at this point? I think. Maybe. I literally cannot remember right now. That is a great bread. I agree. I feel like Irish people need more credit for stuff that they've done in the past. I really think you could have a career in counseling, /life coach, something like this. I am very skilled. I'm very skilled at this. What would you say this is? Good night, Jared. You would be sourdough. I saw you said that you just turned this on to be able to go to bed, and I'm sorry that you came in at that point in time. It was not like that for the last 2 hours that we've been streaming. It's been fun and light and brevity, right? Bringing that brevity to people. It took a dark turn for some reason, but just love, man. I love you guys. If no one's told you today, I love you, and you are extremely important, and you deserve to be here right now. You deserve all the abundance that this world has to offer, simply because you're alive and because you breathe and because you are meant to live in abundance. Your cups are meant to be full, and your barns are meant to be full, and your cups should flow over. You are a lovely being. I'm speaking ability. I don't even know what you're talking about at this point. Literally, imagine arguing with me, and I talk like this on a live stream. Imagine arguing with me, thinking... Take anything I say with a grain of salt, dude. Literally, anything that happens in this world, take it with a grain of salt. This is not law. Imagine being mad. And I'm just here in a car on an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean at 10:42 at night. Looking like a freaking 17-year-old English boy earlier, so. Well, shoot, hang on. Dude! Work, there we go. Oh, great memory, kid. That's why I'm all. Have fun, baby. Life is meant to be fun. You know what? Go stand in the rain, jump in a puddle, go for a swim, take a shower, whatever you need to do. Just have fun, man. Which fast food makes the best ranch? You say Jack in the Box? I think at some point I would have said, I honestly don't even know. But you know what? My favorite fast food when I was eating it would be Arby's. 100%, bar none. Although I think was it Steak and Shake, since they started frying their stuff in beef tallow. 100% support that. Why do I live in a van? Because I wanted to. I think living in a van, it provides a certain degree of freedom that I wouldn't be able to get anywhere else, or doing anything else, or living in any other way. Which, you know what, if you guys want to know more, become a member of the channel. And not only would you be able to find some more One Stellar lore on the channel, but also you'll get to see some certain contents from us absolutely ad-free. Which is something I learned recently, actually. For members, if you guys, when you get certain English, when members only content comes out, you guys get to experience it absolutely free. Hang on, ad free. Experience it absolutely ad free. There you go. You have a mid-sized SUV, Nissan Murano. Ooh, but it's hot. Yeah, you'd have to take out a lot of this stuff from the inside of it. I highly recommend, because there's a lot more videos out there about vehicle dwellers than you realize. And you would have to take out like a lot of the plastic interior lining and stuff too, to be able to insulate it better. That's the word I was looking for. You love Arby's? Arby's sauce? Dang, bro. No, Ash, it is not. For Morgan, how do you pronounce, I want to say gyro. I know a lot of people say I literally thought it was always like gyro or something, but I heard it's like what I don't know, euro? People say it? Cut my hair live on air? No. Unless I'm getting a trim or something. Am I more of a tequila or vodka person? Neither. I like water. Can I say keto chow instead? Speaking of, I actually have a 10% off keto chow link on the Stan Store links. If you guys go to the about section of the channel, I highly recommend it for it's a really nice meal replacement. I highly recommend that you guys try it. It is very good. Got a beef and cheddar. I am jealous. I only recently learned that Oahu actually has 2 different Arby's locations. But I don't drink alcohol, so. Gyro, Hero in the Northeast. Water, boo. Yeah, you know, I think it's like Euro. I used to think that it was like gyro, or I think I used to say gyro just because of whatever that is for French dip. Fascinating conversation here, guys. Once the 5 for 555 deal ended, man, I don't think we're ever gonna get that back. How about $5 footlong? Remember when that was a thing? The $5 footlong from Subway, and now it's what, like $18? It's like euro. Yeah, weird. It is strange. It is supposed to be euro. Yeah. I was 1 month ago years old and I discovered Liquid IV. Water's amazing now. Liquid IV is alright. I feel like it is just like a nice flavorant in water, but for it to be actually hydrating, I don't get that. Keto Chow actually has their own electrolyte. I call it salt, but it has two T's, and someone recently said salty. So I don't know which way it's supposed to be said. But their stuff, literally, I tried what did I used to have? Zip Fizz. Zip Fizz is pretty good, but it's a lot of freaking caffeine, and I started drinking like 2 or 3 of them a day, and one of them has 200 milligrams of caffeine in it. So I really started like seeing colors. I would freaking hope so that I see colors, dude. I would hope that I could freaking see color. I meant I could like smell color, see sound, stuff like that. Having so much caffeine in a day. I tried Liquid IV multiple times. I never really felt hydrated with it, so I apologize if any people from Liquid IV see this. It can be better. I never tried Element. I remember at one point someone had came in and said that I should try Element, but I refused to try it because it has maltodextrin in it. However, Salt by Keto Chow is the only stuff that I've actually had that I feel hydrated. Like I don't need to freaking drink gallons of water to feel hydrated on. Am I doing this? Yeah, the sunrise. I feel like the sunrise has been the only thing that we've really done consistently. That and our newsletter that goes out every single Sunday. So you guys could sign up for the Stellar Sundays newsletter by going to the link in the About section of the channel too. The Kool-Aid tastes purple. You're looking at Liquid IV. You know what? Try it. Try it. See if it works for you. For me, it was not functional. I needed more. A lot of stuff that they have in there, even Gatorade doesn't work anymore for me. It's like I need more of that stuff. You could also make your own at home. I've seen people do that. Snort it for maximum hydration. I believe it. What's up, Caleb? I remember one time visited Mexico, 20 peso meal. So like that's insane, dude. That is insane. What now? It's probably what 5 pesos or something. That's their version of freaking flavorant is a good word. Yeah. When do I usually live stream? You know, I haven't been consistent with live streaming lately, but I started streaming last night because I freaking miss it, dude. I've missed live streaming with you guys, and so I'm definitely gonna do it more. Let me know if you guys enjoy these like van life after dark topics where it's just like whatever I think about during the day, I'll talk about at night at some point, maybe like 8 o'clock at night, Hawaii time. Which will end up being like 11 p.m. Pacific whenever the time changes. I think right now it's like if it's 10:50 for me, was it 12:50 Pacific for you guys? As far as I know. Jamie, we should go live together at some point then and do that. Just talk story and stuff. I do want to do game nights again though. So let me know if you guys are interested in doing game nights. You guys if you guys are new to the channel and you haven't seen a game night before, I encourage you to go to like the older streams and see some of the game nights that we've had. You could do go to the live section and tap popular and then check out the most popular one that we've had because we've done. Trying to defend anyone, just curious. For me, it's the only place that I really can stream from. I don't have a room that I can go into and live stream, and this is like the only place that I really can. How about me live? Mike, would you want to? Can you? Can you go live? We could go live on the channel and see. They're hiding from their family. They hate them. No, I love my family. Family's extremely important. What's the game where you get to guess the picture? I have a couple of those actually. We'd played Decodables. I have Guess That Tune. I forget the other one that I have, but I've got a few games like that that we can play. Oh yeah, I don't know if I can. We'll see. We'll try it. How about we try? You might have to email me though, so we can go live. You were told to not to drink Gatorade. Yeah, Steve, I don't think so. I think it's more because the dyes that Gatorade has that is not good for you. And sometimes getting the full sugar version of things is better than the sugar-free versions because the sugar-free has all those chemicals in it. Yeah, Pictionary is I guess the general game where you guess pictures is Pictionary, right? But I was thinking of the games that we've had in the past and the stuff that we play on here sometimes. Is good after work chillage for me. Game nights are cool too. I'm glad, Rowdy. Thank you, Rowdy, for gifting memberships for other people too. And it's loaded with sugar. Loaded. Doesn't even need that much stuff. Anyway. Gatorade just released a clear. Congratulations for Gatorade for having a monopoly on sports drinks. Sugar is drugs. Best year yet. I'm proud of myself. Proud of you too, 9time. Did you say that you have a Mexican restaurant? Isn't that what you said before? That's awesome, by the way. I would totally go. Do you make carne asada fries? Can I be like the basic white girl from Southern California and get carne asada fries? You're a dag. It means you're a funny, eccentric, or lovable character. It is often used affectionately to describe someone endearing but quirky. Aw, thank you. I appreciate it. I forget that you're the Oceania neighbor. Oceania neighbor. Decodables is up 250% this month. Congratulations, man. That is awesome. Totally. None of the carne asada burritos are $18 though. Yeah, Spam Fest like the canned meat. Yep. That is a big deal here on Island. Absolutely. Be like, may I get the carne asada burrito, please? Extra sorry, hang on. Extra guacamole, please. Thank you. Get the carne asada burrito with the extra guacamole. Our Kalihi neighbor was like, how do you say poke? Car wash. Oh, can you hear the rain? The rain's starting to move in right now, and it's getting kind of late. 450 takeout orders daily? What? Dang, bro. That is awesome. Happy for you, man. Super happy for you. That is super cool. Don't I think a salad would be better? No. Did you know that they wash mixed greens in bleach water? A salad compared to what? A salad would be better compared to what? Tell me. No, finish that. Let's finish it. You wanted to say something, Kenny. Let's write it out, bud. A salad would be better compared to what? What do you think I eat on a daily basis? Huh? Huh, Kenny? What do you think? If rain on the way. Meat salad. Dude, yes. I've been craving steak, man. I miss freaking steak. Making freaking flat meat, dude. Ugh. Literally just a bowl of flat meat with some butter on it and salt. Yes, please. You're just no, come on, Kenny. You're just kidding. Come on. You want to finish it, Kenny? Come on. Dude, carne asada burrito, just give me that. Just give me the carne asada, man. I don't even need the burrito form. Just give me the carne asada. Now you know what? You know what happens too when you eat soft foods? Well, when you start eating meat because you have to use your jaw so much more, it really starts forming your face, right? It starts really working out your face, forming your face. Says I do DoorDash. Please tell me Hawaiians don't do Hawaiian pizza. It's abhorrent to put pineapple on pizza. I agree. I totally agree with you. Thank you so much, 9time, for the super. Appreciate you. Mwah! There you go. You get kisses blown to you. I don't think that I've seen anybody get a Hawaiian pizza, especially because it isn't Hawaiian. It was actually created in Canada. Fun fact. Banh mi Vietnamese sandwich. What is banh mi? Living here, I've seen it all the time, but I don't. I'm sucking on a tortilla. Get some sardines. Get sardines from Walmart. I guarantee you. I bet sardines, Mike, where you are right now, is cheaper than we're for here. A can of sardines here is like $1.44, or they have some other like Filipino brand that's $1.14, but it comes in tomato sauce. That, and if you're Walmart, I mean, Walmart here has a bunch of Asian food in it just because Hawaii, right? So there's sardines. You can get a can for $1.14, and some Thai chef ramen that is actually pretty good for 46 cents a pack. Highly recommend do that. Only the Howley's get Hawaiian pizza. You know what? Okay, when I was a kid, speaking of pizza, mom loves Hawaiian pizza, by the way. She loves pineapple on pizza. I cannot understand it. I cannot understand it. And what I used to do as a kid was I would want to get pepperoni pizza, but I would pick off the pepperonis and I would just eat it like cheese pizza. But I wanted that flavor of the pepperoni on there. District, California. I'm broke till Friday. Gotta try that. Yeah, do sardines because sardines are really good for you, actually. If you do sardines and ramen. That way you're getting that filler, some of that volume, and it'll be cheap meals that you can have. Here also, I mean, we have Portuguese sausage here on island, and that is cheaper. So that's like $2 per a long thing. I want to say it's at like a foot long thing of sausage that we can get here. So I don't know if you can find something like that local to you in Modesto. I'm sure you can. I know here too, the Bar S hot dogs were $1 a pack at one point. So when I was just in Walmart a few days ago, so you could definitely like buy a bunch of stuff, freeze a bunch of hot dogs, do hot dogs and ramen, get eggs too, eggs, sardines, beef hot dogs. Those are the best things that you can get. You can even make meals like that. Get cottage cheese, very, very filling. What mom and I have been eating lately is like scrambled eggs with chili and no beans. Meat chili. No beans chili, only meat and cottage cheese on top. And literally, it's kept me full all day long. I kid you not. I'm a steak and freak. It's so hard to find authentic tamales. I'm a white boy, but the best Latin restaurants are the ones where the whole menu is in Spanish and I'm the only white guy there. That's cool. You're gonna go get something to eat. Bye, Kenny. Have a good night, bud. Sashimi. You know what? Ever since going carnivore, fish has not been the same. So you guys enjoy all the fish for me that you can. Sardines are good. Anything else, I really cannot. I really cannot enjoy the texture of it anymore. But yeah, Greg Sow. That's funny. Good night. Authentic tamales, yeah. The beans are good for you. I had chili and egg burrito for breakfast 2 days ago. Ooh, what's up, Michael? And what we used to do when I was a kid was chili and rice burritos. Literally, just get cans of chili, make rice, put cans of chili in there, freaking Franks and ketchup, and then wrap it in a burrito. Delicious. I should tell you guys too, family recipe of a chicken casserole. I'll have to make that. I don't know how I'll make it or how I can because you have to use an oven for it at some point. But that was like the comfort meal when I was a kid. Did I ever do chili spaghetti? Probably. I don't know. Maybe at some point. Yeah. Cooking's fun. I really do enjoy cooking some days. Sometimes I hit a point where it's like it's too much and I just want to relax and not think about it. Do you guys ever find that you get tired of thinking about food? Or you just get tired about like planning and thinking about it? I didn't get to see the blood moon, no. uh Mom and I woke up and it was like just the eclipse portion of it, but I didn't get to see the moon actually being red. Cooked tomatoes are very acidic. True. What's up, Grady? My favorite dish to cook that I would never get tired of, meat. Steak. I could never get tired of steak. Flap meat. Being carnivore, I miss it so much. Not just for the meat's sake either, but for like the health benefits that I had. My skin was clear ever since I haven't been able to be carnivore anymore. I remember one day I talked to you guys about ever since I was a kid, I would literally get these freaking my legs, my thighs break out, and it's almost like a rash or something that I've gotten ever since I was a kid. And the only time that I had bliss from that experience was being carnivore, where all of it went away. My skin cleared out, my eyes got brighter too, and I miss it so much. I would never get tired of steak. It would be freaking nummies, man. Delicioso, baby. You might can go a few days without food or planning. True. Absolutely. What is it? We can go like what, 3? How long can we go without eating actually? I mean, some people do some crazy freaking fasts as well. But vitamins, you don't even need vitamins and supplements. Where do you think they get it from? It's all synthetic crap that they make anyways. If you just eat more red meat, that is the easiest diet hack that anyone can do. I lost your rashes and steak. I'm serious because the cow has 4 chambers to its stomach, right? So they eat all the greens, they eat all the plants, and they're able to process that stuff way better than we can for our systems. So we should be eating more red meat. We don't absorb all the nutrients that animals can get. And on YouTube, there's Dr. Anthony Chafee. He had shared before that when you eat lettuce, when you chew it up and you eat the lettuce, it actually creates like micro cuts throughout your intestines and your stomach, and that's how a lot of people get leaky bowel syndrome. My guilty pleasure is my homemade teriyaki spam musubi with bacon, fried egg, and mayo. Ooh, nice, nice. Vitamin C, good too. Yeah, oranges. Ooh, man, that was what mom and I did when we first went carnivore. Was we would have steak and we got oranges, and that like the oranges would be our dessert. It was so good. I don't know, phase. I just gotta repeat myself, man. I gotta be I gotta be very clear. Is tuna red meat? Maybe you could consider it red meat, right? Ruby, maybe? Water and hard on our digestive system to break down. Yeah, exactly. And even after learning that all like the salad mixes and stuff, all the mixed greens, they clean with a bleach. Do I eat cornbread and milk? No. No. Living in a car again? What do you mean again? I've literally lived in a vehicle for the last like 5 years. Nothing's changed. And fix their health problems. Yeah. There's a lot of people. So I wouldn't take I mean, they did do certain things, but I don't know. They're very interesting people, but there's Homestead Howe. He literally fixed his heart arrhythmia by going carnivore. Um Steak and Butter Gal, she had a bunch of different health issues too. So tuna meat is red, but not red meat. Right. Interesting the labels that we have for stuff and what we say things are and what's okay. You feel sorry for me? Don't. Don't. No. I don't feel sorry for myself. Why would you feel sorry for me? Steak is awesome. I agree. Steak is really good. That's literally the best that I felt. Um, you lose a lot of like the inflammation big time from a lot of the food that we meet. From a lot of the food that we meet. A lot of like the standard American diet and a lot of the general foods that we have are not good for us at all. So, that's why I said beef. Beef, cow meat. Your knees stop hurting. Yeah. But they don't want us to know. I draw the line at cannibalism, guys. I'm gonna be real with you right now. I draw the hard line at a cannibalism. That's the way that this seems to be going. So we nip it in the bud right now. Pork chops. No. Okay, I will tell you, okay, when you eat just animal products, so when I say carnivore, I really mean like just animal products. Mom and I had a period of time where we just ate pork, like eating just pork chops and stuff, or pork loins and things. When I tell you, I started smelling like pig. The nastiest thing that I've ever experienced in my life was eating pork, having a diet mostly of pork meat and smelling like it was nasty. And those animals, pigs, they literally eat anything. So you don't know what they're really feeding these animals in these farms where they mass produce the meat. So be very, very careful with that stuff. I mean, bacon to a certain extent I think is okay, but for the most part, stick to cows because they're the only ones that have all the chambers to their stomach. Chickens. This is true. This is true. Yo, you know what? I met a farmer who said that he was able to make the yolks uh like orange, like a deep, deep orange by giving them chili flakes. I didn't know you could feed chickens chili flakes. That is insane. You know, this is also tying it back to the having fun part. This is what's fun is gaining all this like random information throughout life, right? That you get to just know. Like learning that. I never would have known that before. It's insane. If she ate seafood, crazy how it affects your body, right? Does this taste funny to you? That's funny. That's really funny. It's been nice though streaming tonight with you guys. So thank you guys for tuning into this conversation. Painting stripes on cows. Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. Fascinating stuff, isn't it? This is like what life is all about, where we get to just have fun, have conversations, and get to experience stuff. Because life is a game and it's meant to be played. This world is our playground. So go out there, have fun. Every moment is a brand new opportunity for you to experience yourself differently. And we get to choose the reality that we live in each and every day. And your personality is your personal reality. So with that, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all of you, our cargo crew here. So be sure to go to the link in the about section of the channel. Access the Aloha virtues for you guys, absolutely free. If you guys want more streams like this, let me know. Leave a comment on this when it's up. And with that, I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. I will see you all in the next one. And as always, stay stellar, cargo crew.